You want to get your anxiety meds?
And there's a lot of anger happening right now. A lot of anger. It's a lot of misplaced aggression. My God, Homewood has exploded. Homewood has gone mission critical, John Bullard. This is amazing.
Oh, it's been a fantastic evening already for professional wrestling. Now, we're going into tag team action. The Dad Bods taking on BBC. I never thought in all the years of professional wrestling I'd be saying the words BBC on camera, but hey, here we go.
John, why are you so upset about BBC? I mean, the British Broadcasting Company, it's a very popular thing in England. Downton Abbey, that's what you're talking about, right?
We're talking about
BBC.
Actually, it's not the British Broadcasting Channel. No, even though BBC for the British Broadcasting is great, but found out Drake Dixon's
Certainly
group,
you're not talking about things that cost $8.99 a minute.
No,
Certainly,
not at all.
You are
not
being a professional, John Bullard. You're a Southern gentleman, for God's sake.
I try to be all the way through, Steve.
I'm getting the Dad Bods are. Thank you. We have got the Dad Bods. Andy, Louie. Hey, Wrench! My God, my levels are off the chart. Someone's going to turn down their audio device. I can't help it. I'm excited to be here. We got ring announcers drinking beers and having barbecue. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
This is truly a Midwest experience.
And he's got golden pipes, and he's drinking and eating. This is the greatest place to be, I'm telling you. The electricity it's palpable.
Let me hear it one more time, Homewood!
Andy is going to get this crowd up if it kills him.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Squaring off, Louis the Wrench Ramos versus Drake Dixon. Drake Dixon, of course, was trained by Louis and by Shogun Chris Logan. Well, let's see what he has learned from his mentors. Right now, of course, Louis working on the arm bar. Looks like he's about to get, oh, there we go, into a pinning cradle.
I have had the great pleasure of watching both Dixon and the Wrench work previously. I've seen Dixon and Joliet at Rocket Pro. I have seen the Wrench as part of the Caribbean Cartel at Crash Testing many years ago. These guys are entertainers through and through. Homewood is in for a treat tonight, and there are roller derby chicks everywhere. Say that with me, John. Roller derby chicks everywhere. Only in 2022 in Homewood can you say that.
It's a great feeling, isn't it?
It's a phenomenal
It
night.
feels like the 1980s has came back and is live and in living color.
It's Saturday morning on my couch at home. This is Wrestling Superstars quality, but with Rabid Brewing beer, so that makes it even better.
Yes,
Thank you, Rabid Brewing.
Yes, absolutely. One of our great sponsors. Want to give them a shout out. Rabid Brewing, of course.
And the Wrench gets up Dixon and takes him down hard. And now he is wrenching his hand, if you take my meaning, of course. Oh, the Wrench is calling for the hot rod.
Here we go.
Andy has entered the match.
And Andy right now is more on fire than Fireman Bill's barbecue. And I tell you what, that says a lot, because that barbecue is
Hey,
amazing.
dynamite dropping, Donnie.
There we go. Beautiful double team move.
Andy could feel that right in his acid wash jeans. Brought to you by the good folks in the 80s. Oh, chop. We got Chop City.
Beautiful European uppercut by Daddy Andy. Of course, people kind of forget that Hot Rod was trained by Billy the Lizard Tugboat, a great old-time wrestler from back in the 1950s. Andy, of course, is actually very influenced by British style of wrestling, a lot of European influences. Beautiful double suplex.
And, of course, tonight the Dad Bods are being managed by Scarlet Witch, a.k.a. Cactus Rack. So we technically have the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the house as well.
Pretty much,
that just makes everything better.
Both ropes, big back elbow by Louis the Wrench.
The Wrench is a very Oh, my God! For a man that has been doing this a hell of a long time, the Wrench elevated exquisitely.
And you know, that's not too far long ago. He had knee surgery done, so it's amazing to see how good that surgery has worked for him. He's back to being more agile. Mr. Wrench is looking great in the ring.
Well, while he was rehabbing, he certainly dropped a few pounds. He's looking a lot more svelte than he ever has.
Yes.
And he's got a renewed passion. And between him and Logan, they are the heart and soul of Wrestle League, and they are parting their wisdom to everybody around them, and this place is benefiting tonight from it.
Huge kicks to the side of the ribs. That will knock out the air. Is cutting off the ring from Lewis to, of course, Hot Rod Andy. Rick Dixon's a thinking man's wrestler. He's very intelligent. He understands by cutting off the ring, by wearing down Lewis, he has a chance to actually win this match. And it looks like he's about to tag in a very fresh Muggsy James.
And now Dixon has tagged in fellow BBCer, Muggsy James.
Muggsy, of course, comes from a very respected, hard-working blue-collar family, known for being a scrapper.
Is he flossing, John Bullard?
And now I'm starting to question everything I just said about Muggsy James.
Getting his Fortnite on. Is that still a thing? I'm opposed to it.
I think that's what kids are so doing.
Poor Christian has his hands full in that ring as an official tonight. And that boy is taking a beating this year.
Right now, the entire building is clapping and stomping, hoping for Luis Lorenzo Ramos to fire back.
Oh, Muggsy, jeez Louise.
Huge forearm.
Knocked his filling right out of his face, John.
I know Lewis has a great dental plan, but I don't think he didn't want to cash in on that insurance.
Oh, you got to hit that deductible, and that's never an easy thing.
He might be Samoan. No. Yes. No. Yes.
Of course, there you see Drake Dixon just mouthing off to the referee, Christian. Huge forearm by Muggsy.
I'll tell you what, I listened to the first half of the show. I watched it nearby, and Mr. Dixon is one hell of a commentator.
Yes, he's a fantastic commentator.
You guys had some great chemistry. I wouldn't even be sitting here if he didn't have to work his second job.
Well, you know, Steve, it's been a blessing for me so far tonight. I have enjoyed myself tremendously watching our great partners at Wrestle League, getting the chance to sit down and finally commentate with not only yourself, but also Drake Dixon, something that I've been wanting to do for such a long time. I hope I'm doing a good job for anybody listening. It's been a long time since I've been back into the commentary booth, but I'm enjoying myself tremendously. What a great night of action in the wonderful town of Homewood, Illinois. I am so excited for Wrestle League action. I'm so excited for the thing that's coming to this town in the next couple of months because we're about to change the game.
You are definitely that Southern gentleman that I knew you would be, so it's a pleasure for me to be here tonight as well in my hometown. And oh my God, Muggsy knocking the fillings right out of Danny since we're on the teeth gimmick. And Cactus Rack is angry. Oh my God, Cactus Rack, she's sprinting. Cactus Rack is sprinting. We have got action in the ring. We've got action outside the ring, and now the knockouts are coming. Oh my God. We have got a Donnybrook. You don't want to mess with those girls. You don't want to.
No,
you don't want to.
That is a South Side mugging if there ever was one.
Next Saturday night in this building, the Chicago Knockouts return. I can't wait. I'm back to part of that commentary team. This building is made for everything. Except Muggsy right now, because he caught him and down it. Look at the power by Lou. Andy is trying to get this darn near capacity crowd. There are a lot of people here.
You know, for the first night for professional wrestling to come back into this wonderful venue, they did a great job. The guys at Wrestle League definitely should give themselves a pat on the back to bring this crowd in, because now this crowd's going to come back and tell people who didn't come to the show, now you missed this out, you got to come back for the next one.
And Hot Rod Daddy Andy Baby is in the ring, and he is an absolute house of fire.
Neck breaker, beautiful job by Hot Rod Andy. When you look at the guy, you think he's goofy. You think that he's loud and he's this over-top character. But then you get down to the core of him, he's a great professional wrestler.
He is as skilled as anybody I've ever seen, and nobody entertains harder than the Hot Rod. And Muggsy's about to have a bad night. Shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And now he might give you the shades of the Macho Man.
Here we go. He might be going up for that
legendary
elbow drop.
We have seen him do this before.
This is a move that was taught by his mentor, Billy the Lizard Tugboat.
Andy is up. Muggsy trying to get the hell out of the way. Muggsy doesn't know where he is. Muggsy better move.
He didn't get that elbow all the way.
I don't
though.
think he got all of it. He got a little. He might have gotten Muggsy right in the nose. And now the wrench. Fireman's carry. Oh my God, dropped him right on his face. That is going to affect his commentary the rest of this evening, I think. If you can't open your mouth, you can't do it.
No, I would not be, I got to say this. Looking over at Muggsy, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually caved in his front teeth from that elbow drop.
That was ill-placed, but not as effective as it might have been, but as effective as it needed to be.
And
Oh!
like a beautiful version of the Team 3D. The death drop and a Hadouken.
And Dixon is done. Good night, Irene.
1, 2, 3.
Game, set, match. The dad bods prevail.
Hot Rod Andy, Luis the Ramos, the wrench himself. What a great tag team they have become. The Dad Bods with a big victory over the Black Billionaires Club. But you know what? You can't take away from Drake Dixon and Muggsy James. They put on a great effort against Luis Ramos and Andy.
It was a hell of a matchup, John. Both teams game, and you've got the knockouts with the sign that says, "Pin me, Daddy." Don't let Cactus see that sign. What does that say? Cold bods, cold balls, and hot rods. Well, I don't know if you can say that. Well, I mean, it is the BBC match, right?
I reckon so. Cold balls and hot rods. Well, I once again said I called many a thing.
It's past 8 o'clock. We've passed the hour of standards and practices.
We are perfectly fine now, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wrestle League Dark.
This is the blue part of the show. And look at Cactus Rack in all her splendor. John, I don't know, man. I would like to see this team again and again. Knockouts, Cactus, Andy, the wrench.
Is a winning combination.
It sells tickets, man. You don't even need to sell them. They sell themselves. Hot Rod, Daddy, Andy, and Cactus Rack, an unbeatable team. And the wrench. The wrench wrestling like he's 20 again. Did you see that drop kick? He was 8 feet in the air.
It's a beautiful drop kick. Luis the Wrench
Unbelievable.
Ramos has always been a great technician.